Hey Buck, you ready to do some camping? So for the cave tour, you checked in at the Nature Center, which is the main welcome center of the state park. And then you walk a few hundred yards behind that Nature Center into another building, and that's what we see here. This is a display of various fossils and artifacts that have been found in and around the cave. They also have on display a snake as well as a turtle. If anybody knows what kind of snake this is, let me know. And then I'm assuming this is a box turtle. And then from there we go outside to the first part of the tour. And this is an abandoned elevator shaft. And then from there we walk up to the main entrance. This is the first stairway down into the cave, and this is the first room.
Right over here is Goliath. It's our largest column in the entire cave. It's about as old as the Appalachian Mountains themselves, believe it or not. It's about 350 million years old, give or take. To the wall here. The trajectory is real interesting as it forms a lot like stalactite does with those weddings.
And this is the wedding room or the bridal room. And that big column right in the middle is called the bridal column.
Way back in July 12th, 1958.
They still have weddings here. So if you're interested in having a wedding in a cave, check it out. And that's a good look at the bridal column. There's some tight squeezes where you have to watch your head and kind of squeeze through tight areas here and there. So you definitely want to make sure that you're physically able to go on about a mile and a half walk through these caves, through tight spaces. And here about halfway through, they turned the lights off and we got to experience pitch black darkness.
Most of this cave was
And this is a whirlpool column, which
Most of
was
the
actually
American
formed
South.
when this was underwater.
And this was before the whole big continental drift stuff.
And you can see here it looks like an upside down canyon. Lots of holes where water has fallen through, and over millions and millions of years, and created these channels through these caves and contributed to all these formations. And there's a light on the other side of that rock. So that rock is actually so thin that it's translucent.
Wow. It's really cool. And that leads to all this growth here. I don't know if I mentioned, but this part of the cave, this room specifically, houses about 9,000 formations. That's about half of them in this entire cave, which is crazy. You know what? Yeah, so this is the final South Network.
There are quite a few RV spots right down there, and then back there is the primitive site. There's no hookups or anything, so I guess that would be where tents are. I probably could have camped down there, probably should have. One of those looks really nice back in there in the woods, but this was the one that I reserved. it'll be nice to run the air conditioner fully off of power for a change, so that I can not have to worry about my battery. So you got a little fire pit, trash. If I was gonna choose another RV or electric site, I would probably pick that one down there. Seems nice and shaded, kind of secluded, a little bit spaced out from these other sites. But this will do for tonight. This table's not very level. I guess that's all right. Dog hair on it. Wonder who that could be from. Bring water to a rapid boil, salt if desired, add pasta, wait for reboil, cook 12 to 14 minutes. Alright, so we're gonna wait until at least this gets boiling, until I start on the other stuff. I guess I can go ahead and start bringing it out. Set a timer for 12 minutes.
12 minutes.
So these are the primitive campsites. I guess it's 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There's a little fenced in area over here. If I had known about that, I could have gotten this campsite and let Buck in there, potentially. No, I think that fence is just to keep people out. But yeah, that's those are some pretty nice primitive campsites. Looks like it's kind of in a floodplain. Right about here, my microphone quit working. I'm probably telling you about the recipe. I just used the bow tie noodles, cooked them up. I had some browned ground beef that I already had browned, so I didn't have to worry about browning it. I added onions, mushrooms, sauteed those up for a little bit, threw in the ground beef, let that saute for a little while, threw in the noodles, threw in a bunch of cheese, and this is the end result. Pretty nice. Got a non-existent cheese pull out of it, but it was still really cheesy. If you're like me, you grew up on Hamburger Helper, like most 90s kids, this is a good alternative to the processed junk that you get out of a box that is Hamburger Helper. So yeah, kind of throwing it back. I went to Rickwood Caverns as a kid in elementary school. I grew up on Hamburger Helper.
It's hot, it's humid. I'm gonna jump in the air conditioner, maybe get something going on the iPad. Well, that about wraps it up. It's a nice evening here at Rickwood Caverns State Park. The cave tour was definitely the highlight of the stay, so I would definitely recommend that. Even if you're not going to stay here, just stop by, take the cave tour. It takes about an hour, hour and a half. Be a great stop off if you're heading north to the beach or back and forth like the folks were that I talked to yesterday or that I met on the tour. So, yeah. Appreciate y'all. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we will catch y'all on the next one.